Hello, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm driving at the moment. Don't worry, I'm not using my phone. I've actually tie wrapped my camera to dashboard of my LT. Just thought I'd do this just to give you an idea of what it's like driving one of these old machines. It's not the easiest thing to drive. Well, I keep grinding gears every now and then anyway, so. But it does have power steering, which is good. So this video is going to be about why should you do van life, or even why should you be a weekend warrior. Because when, I don't know if you've noticed, but when you actually go on YouTube and type in van life, every single video that comes up, it's just why we're quitting van life, the harsh realities of van life. Van life sucks, and I think, what? Really? It's like these people do these videos, but then they're still doing it, and I think, well, if it's that crap, then why are you doing it? The truth is, really, I love it. I think it's brilliant. All right, I've said before on my videos that I don't actually live in my van, but I am a weekend warrior, and I do stop in my van occasionally for a week on the street if I need a bit of time on my own, or if we go anywhere, if we visit friends. Usually I just drive in van and we sleep in back of it. It's great. It's like a mobile house, isn't it? It literally is, on wheels. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do is spread a bit of positivity on this video and say, why should you build a van? I'll give you reasons why you should be building a van. Some really good reasons. Not just for going out and wild camping every weekend, or wild van life, whatever the people like to call it these days. I mean, some people, the main reason for the van life is freedom, and I can totally get that. I dig it. It's the reason why I've done it, because it's just freedom. I know for a fact if anything that can happen, anything happens, if we have a power cut or whatever, I can just go and get in my van. I can get in my van, go to sleep, I can cook, make a cup of tea. And that's it. It does give you that freedom to go wherever you want and take your little home on wheels with you. But I think some people have, over time, what I've seen on YouTube, they've glorified this living in a van thing a bit too much, to be honest. And like through lockdown, we got all these people building vans and stuff, and a lot of them are now for sale because I don't think they realise how much of a project it is, or they just don't have time. They're back at work, and I'm not slating anybody or like that. Go into a bit more depth in that in a minute. I'm just driving to a location, so I can get back at van, get a cup of tea, just like what I've just been speaking about. Because it's New Year's Day today. Happy New Year, everybody. 2025. Just in case someone watches this video in a couple of years and thinks, what? Had a few too many last night, but I'm alright, I can drive. I just need a bit of time, just get out of where, that's what it's about, isn't it? That freedom thing again. My missus was going to come with me, but she's too hung over and ill, so she's not coming. Needs an hour, she says. So yeah, I'll get packed up and I'll see you in a sec. This is where I am at the minute. I'm actually on an industrial estate. That's my van. Some people said they'd not seen it all, so I thought I'd do this little walk round before we start. We could get inside and make a cup of tea. Hold up, a bit too close there. Sitting back, it's a mess as usual. That's the other side of my awning. A nice industrial estate in Rotherham. Because we know Rotherham's ace for van life, because people don't give a shit. Hello. Hey up. My videos, I want to put my videos on, you know, actual things that happen. Well, when I say actual things that happen, I mean, some people do videos and they're just about what they do every day as like a van lifer. I don't want to sound a dick, but I kind of find them a bit boring, you know. Once you've watched one, you've kind of watched them all, you know. So I'd rather do videos about certain topics that get people engaged and get people talking, you know, so people get more of an idea. You know, I comment on a lot of YouTube videos. Most of the time I get ignored, but sometimes it starts quite a good debate about, you know, van life and what people do, what don't people do, little loopholes, you know, where to park, where not to park, weight. This one guy messaged me, well, he didn't message me, he replied to my comment, and his van, he had like 100 kilograms left after he converted it. So by the time he got in it, and someone else, he were overweight straight away. So we had a good debate about what he should do, really. There wasn't really a lot he could do, apart from going down HGV route and upgrading his van, or take some stuff out of it. It depends how far you want to go, I think, with conversion. As you can see, my conversion, it's very rough. Like, I don't know if you'll be able to see. Like, I've not fully completed it. As you can see, there's even a gap above my door, but the door seems to be bending. I'm not too sure why. So I think I might put a lock at the top so it latches shut when I'm in here. But I can't really do much about when it's not in here. I think this summer I'm going to get back on it and get this van finished. I can't really do all at the minute because I'm not one of these Instagrammers who never seems to go to work and has a big garage and all tools and 30 people behind him. I'm just a guy who lives on a street, you know. I'm just a normal person, which is very unusual for social media these days, to actually have a normal person. Well, I think I'm normal, anyway. I think. Could be. So I'll get back on track. Why you should build a van and why it's good for van life. So the first reason why you should build a van, if you're looking at building a van, of course, is, like I said, freedom, but also convenience more than all. I've drove vans for years, just, you know, like, not so much had a car, I've had vans for a long time. I had minibus, and then I had a people carrier, which was basically a van. To be honest, a people carrier kind of got me into van life, because I kept sleeping in the back of it in places. And so you go somewhere. I know a lot of pubs you can stop in car park, you can have a drink, have something to eat, throw yourself in the back of the van, get up in the morning, fresh, have a cup of tea, drive home. Brilliant, adventurous. Other things you can use your van for, like I said, weekend warrior, go up to Peak District, go up to Lake District, Scotland, wherever, have a weekend, pull up somewhere, sleep in your van. Now, one thing that I like about my van is I'll say mental health. Personally, I don't really suffer from mental health, but it is really, really nice to just, even when my van's on the street, it's really, really nice just to get in back of my van that I built myself. I mean, you could just have a van anyway, but I think when you built it yourself, it makes you feel better. I don't know why. I mean, I know a guy who's just built a van who suffers with mental health, and he's still building his van at the minute, and he says it is working wonders for his mental health. It just feels better just by every couple of hours on a day he goes in and he does a little bit, and then he comes back out and is, he's fresh, sort of thing. He's like making him, it's making him feel better. I mean, that's got to be a positive. That's a plus, definitely a plus. So even if it's for mental health, or if there's a few guys or whatever come and help you, it'll be nice to know if you want to leave some comments and just your reason why you built the van. Sounds like someone outside. Reasons why you built the van. What your method in your madness. That'd be good. That'll be good to hear from people. Even if there's any van lifers who are watching this, who live in the vans full time and why he wants to live in a van. I know a lot of people have been living in vans because of circumstances, divorce, they've had no choice or they've had to move into the car. I know a few people who's done that. I've probably been there myself in the past. But let's keep it positive, and I know these things happen, but on a positive note for people, to get away with your missus or not, fishing, sports, activities. I mean, I went into Wales, near Coco's Wild Camping, and there were a lot of guys with a van and a trailer, and they were green laning on motorbikes. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. I thought it was great what they were doing, and they were really nice guys as well, nod, waved, everything. They weren't causing harm to anybody. And everyone seemed fine. There were dog walkers there, and everyone were fine, They were a little bit noisy, but once they went, they were gone. They were gone for miles, so you couldn't even hear them once they got into the valley. So there were like three guys together doing that, and I thought that was brilliant, I just think it's good. I think it's good to build a van, personally. I mean, my van, if it's going to give you some ideas, my van is built out of literal scrap material. Everything in this van I built, I showed you earlier, I've literally built for free. I didn't pay for any of it. I got it from here, there and everywhere. That's why it looks a bit how it does. But to be honest, I like it like this. Because I bought the chassis, the LT chassis, for £1,500. And the back for £500. And then I kind of just went from there. I probably spent a lot more than that in the long run. It's not worth me throwing 10 grand at this. It's not. It is what it is, and it works really well. And that's what I like about it. I don't care what people say. People say, oh, look at that bag of crap or whatever. I'm not interested. End of the day, it gets me out. And I can sleep in it, and it is comfortable as well, believe it or believe it not. This bed, this table that turns into a bed. I'd rather sleep in here than my own bed at home. It is that comfortable. And there's just something really nice about just sleeping out in it. I don't know what it is. It's just something really good. It's like you're free. One thing, don't let anyone put you off. Don't let anyone put you off either getting a van or building one. I had a lot of people trying to like pull me down, like they didn't want me to do it, making jokes and stuff. You just gotta ignore them and just do it. Definitely just gotta get yourself out there and do it, throw yourself in and see where you end up. And the funny thing is about building a van or van life or whatever is there doesn't seem to be any like, you know, there were a kid I knew who built a van and he was a delivery driver. I know a guy who had a van built and he's a millionaire. I think if you've got that touch for adventure inside you, you're always going to find a way to do it, eventually. But just don't leave it too late. So, build a van. Sorry, that was Scoob. Build a van. If you're umming and ahhing about it, do it. I did it and I ain't got a lot of money. I managed to do it. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Build the van. Get the van and build it. You'll love it. You only live, I'm going to say you only live once, but you live every day. You don't live long enough to and ah about doing something and then get too old and think, I can't do it now. I'm past it. That's why you got to do it now, right now. Do it now. Get on your phone, start looking at vans and build one. That's exactly what you got. That's exactly what I did. I got sick of and ahhing and I thought, I'm just doing it. I saw this LT for sale and that were it. I did it. I didn't even know what I was going to do. I got the chassis. I didn't have a clue. I just thought, what am I going to do with this? My next door neighbour called me crazy. My dad called me crazy. I think everyone called me crazy. And then now look what I've built. I got the chassis, I got this, put it on back and I built it. And it works. And it works well. So that's what I was going to say. And I just keep forgetting. Is these YouTubers who, that when I said we're going to make a video about YouTubers, I'll just touch on this quick. These YouTubers who keep telling you it sucks and harsh reality, they obviously are not built to do it. If you're going to build a van and live in it, you know the consequences of doing that. You know, it's like going for a job interview. You know what job that you're going for. Most people who I know who are full-time van lifers are also survivalists and people who just don't want to conform with the modern way of life, you know. And they seem to get on fine. And they're absolutely loving it. And then these other YouTubers who, pardon me, seem to pull it down. Now, you know what you're going for if you're going to do it, so fully commit to it. 100%. Alright, if you do it and it's not for you, move back into an house. Or keep your house or whatever, you know. Like me, I still live in a house sort of thing. And doing this works for me at the moment because I've still got young children, so I can't do it full time. But when my kids are older, I will be living in a van full time, 100%, because I can't do all this living in a house and people knocking on your door for a TV license and just, oh crap, that comes with it. I just don't feel like that's normal. I don't. It's like, this isn't life. But anyway, you decide. Leave some comments. You tell me. Catch you later.